Hey everyone, Mark DeVoe here. Welcome to this channel and welcome to this video on life-changing steps to start your day off on the right foot, changing your energy patterns. For those of you that are new to this channel, I'm all about awareness from a spiritual side and to a worldly, pragmatic side. Some videos I'll talk more spiritually, other videos I'll talk more worldly, pragmatic. It's my firm belief, though, that the world we live in is a manifestation of the spirit world. We're not going to unpack that here. This is going to be more of a real world pragmatic side, so hopefully this is going to add some great value, which I do believe it will, because if you can get your day right and these steps that I'm just going to jump into briefly, you're literally it's going to have a profound change on your whole life, because everything is in the beginning where you set up your day. So that's going to change your day. It's going to change your life. So I hope this is going to add, and I'm sure it will add great value. Why listen to me? I can tell you that I've got various certifications, blah, 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 experience in this, etc., etc., etc. At the end of the day, though, what is most important is what resonates with you, because that is going to be your truth in this moment in time. Okay, so let's jump into it. So I'm sure many of you can relate. So I'll just look down at my computer. And I'll look up, but I'm sure many of you can relate when that Monday comes along. It's either a lot of us don't enjoy what we are currently doing, or there's a looming project and you're feeling that Sunday evening coming, and then you feel that Monday morning looming over you. And then when Monday morning arises, you feel your eyelids start to awaken and you feel that nervous, anxious, oppressive, whatever the case may be, start coming over you. And that's when you need to just take a step back and check yourself before you wreck yourself, as the saying goes. Okay, so there's basically no zest for life for a lot of people out there, for a lot of us out there. Life can seem quite mundane, and as I said, for the extreme side, it could actually be quite oppressive for many people. Okay, so whatever the case may be, whether it's subtle or it's very overwhelming, the upside of the overwhelming side is if you are living in that overwhelming pattern right now, then you know that something has to give. So that's kind of a awakening call. For others out there that are living in this kind of subtle world, then that takes a level of awareness to actually see, how am I living my life? Am I going to be living my life for the next 10, 15, 20 years in this way? Because a lot of people can actually waste their life by these subtle emotions, no zest for life, waking up the day for that day and just going through life. And before you know it, you have reached an old person and you haven't done the things that you want. Okay, so setting up your day, and hopefully this video and these points are going to add great value. Okay. So, and everything is based in the present moment. So there's no point in putting off tomorrow what you can do now. So use this video to start afresh and to start your tomorrow, or if you're watching this in the morning, starting today off on that right foot. Okay, and these might be very simple, but yet these are very, very profound actions and keys or awareness learnings that will, as I mentioned, will truly change your life. Okay, and ultimately we should all start our day off in complete joy, peacefulness, love, light, Care Bears all around, harps playing in the background. Not exactly, but ultimately that's how we should be starting our life. But that's easier said than done. And I think that's the test of the life that we need to live. We need to raise that vibration and get into that next level where we actually do wake up and have that zest for life, which is achievable. Okay, everything is basically energy, and depending then on that energy and how you're tracking is how you're going to live your life, because now it's going to resonate or reciprocate. Life is the world is a mirror to that energy, or to how you're living your life, basically. Okay, so, and there's going to be different reasons for each of us. Basically, there's going to be, what I mean by that is, if you are not waking up in your life with that zest for life, there's a reason for that, and it's going to be different for a lot of us. It's all going to be ultimately fear-based. I'm not going to delve into that. This is more how to small preventative measures we can take, but setting up that day to subtly change those little innuendos or nuances. So the first step is going to be awareness. Okay, there's no shortcut, there's no magic pill, there's no magic course. Everything takes a little bit of work. Okay, you can tap into this right now and you can start seeing the benefits, but you've got to also be patient and start developing those habits. Okay, and awareness is going to be the key for that. So as I mentioned, check yourself before you wreck yourself. When you feel if you are in a negative state and you are waking up and you feel your eyelids waking up or opening, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And that basically means don't just jump out of bed straight away with that negative state, and don't resist those feelings. So basically, I've mentioned this before in other videos, what you resist persists. So it's like a dam wall damming up the water that has to go somewhere. It will just build up and build up and build up. It's the same as energy. If you're resisting those emotions, those feelings, it's just going to build up and it has to go somewhere. Sometimes it goes into disease, sometimes it goes into anger, etc. That's all finding a way through that. But you can bypass that with awareness. So when you feel that negative emotion, you can see that negative emotion, don't resist it, and it naturally will dissipate, if that makes sense. Okay. Another nice little trick or tip, and this is not the next step, but I know for myself, if I am feeling pressured with a project or something looming, sometimes all it takes is just shaking that grogginess off of the night before, getting up, getting a little bit of energy going, and you'll start seeing clearly. You're still in that sleep mode, you've still got a bit of grogginess. So if you've got that grogginess in combination with a bit of negativity, it's going to almost compound because you're in a kind of a low state, if I can say that. Whereas if you get up in the right foot, but then you also start raising that energy and start getting some motion through, you might start seeing a little bit, and you will start seeing a little bit clearly or clearer. So checking yourself before you wreck yourself, and then shaking that grogginess off before you actually start your day off, so you can get onto that positive mindset. Okay. Next step is adjusting your thinking and affirmations. Living a life of doubt or mediocre repetitiveness can be the norm for so many of us, if not most of the world. So sometimes you just might need to change that thought pattern. Okay. For instance, it might be shifting your negative state of mind to a more positive state of mind. It may be saying something like, I do not live in doubt and fear, but in abundance and possibility. We need to say these things to become habitual, so it becomes part of your way of living. For instance, I remember when I was 18 back in the day, when Fight Club came out, Tyler Durden made one comment that stuck in my mind, and I adopted that at that point in life, which had a profound change in my life, was when he said something along the lines, I'm smart and capable. And that resonated so greatly with me. I adopted that, and it had a profound change on my life. It eventually became who I was, but I had to adapt that habitually every day, saying I'm smart, I'm capable, because I had certain doubts about myself, and that became quite pivotal for me. So you need to find those key affirmations, those key things that you can resonate, that empower you positively, if that makes sense. Okay, you need to renew your mind every day. I believe there's a biblical saying, I can't remember it now, but over and above everything, you need to renew your day. You got to leave the past in the past. You've learned from that. You can't have fear and doubt anymore. You need to you renew your mind every day, and that can be biblical. That could be positive affirmations, etc., etc. What is serving you? It has to be. You have to have a choice as well between positive and negative, and what is going to serve you ultimately. If you want to be negative and you feel that's serving you, then good luck to you. But positivity is actually ultimately going to serve you. Okay, so I hope that makes sense as well. Because your energy, basically, we are all functioning with energy, and your energy is going to be your lens that you look through life. And that goes back to what I mentioned about awareness. If you're looking through life through the lens of negativity, the world is going to reciprocate, and it's going to mirror that. If you look through the lens of positivity, the world is going to reciprocate, and that's going to be your lens as well, through the eyes of awareness. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Most of us are hardwired negatively. This world we live in that can be a spiritual discussion, or that can be a a biological discussion, which I'm not going to go into right now, but most of us, there's a negative, what's the word I'm looking for? A negative aspect that most of us have been living in, and there is, like I said, there's a reason, but we need to consciously become positive. Okay. So more of a preventative, the next step is more of a preventative side is how are you going to bed? Very, very important, and this can be very overlooked, is how are you going to bed? Are you filling your mind with negative thoughts, negative movies, negative content, etc., because that is how you're going to go to bed. That is how your mind and your spirit is going to assimilate and process things, and then it's going to compound any negativity in the morning. Okay, so check what you are doing. Give yourself a break from social medias, constant thinking. So watching TV half an hour before, any content that is just keeping your mind ticking as well. If it's positive, it's relaxing, then that's going to only compound it. On a side note, this is a little bit more on the spiritual side. If you want true peace of mind and true peace of mind and actual healing of the mind, healing of the body, go to bed thinking less materialistic thoughts and go to bed thinking more spiritual thoughts, whatever spirituality means for you. I'm not going to unpack that here, but that's just a little side note. Okay. And then the last two steps are kind of preventative maintenance as well. If you are constantly having to adjust your thinking with intense battling in the morning, you have to renew your mind, positive affirmations, until it becomes part of you. It becomes a way of life. It becomes easy. But if it's truly a battle ongoing all the time, then you've got to actually unpack why that is. Is what you are currently doing aligning with your goals and values? So that is just maybe a side project that you need to go away with and look into, or I can chat a little bit more on a video to come on those things, aligning with your goals and values. And the last thing is meditation and mindfulness. I can never recommend this anymore. Meditation and mindfulness is firstly a very pragmatic, biological tool, helping you to not get caught with every single thought that comes into your mind, giving you a nice stability, peace of mind, presence. And on the spiritual side, I would say it's an amazing pathway to enlightenment. I don't really like that word, but spirituality, enlightenment. So meditation, mindfulness, look into that more. There's so much out there in the world, but I'd highly recommend meditation and mindfulness. Okay. So those are the points. Awareness, don't judge yourself, just becoming aware of those negative thoughts in the morning, then gaining clarity, adjusting your thinking with positive affirmations. How are you going to bed is going to be your third step, and then the last two steps are going to be, are your goals aligning, and your values and goals aligning with your life, and then also meditation and mindfulness is going to give you that clarity to navigate through life. Cool. So hopefully that has all lined up and made sense to you. It sounds like it made sense to me, but let me know your thoughts, experiences, feedback. Keen to hear. And if you like it, give us a thumbs up, like. I'd like to grow this channel. Obviously, I believe it's adding value, positive value out there in the world, and share if you believe it's worth sharing. And we'll check you on the next one. Thanks, guys.